Damn, we're in a tight spot.
What in the Sam Hill?
Pete's cousin turned us in for the bounty.
The hell you say? Walsh is kin!
Sorry, Pete. I know we're kin, but they got this depression on. How I got to do for me and mine?
I'm gonna kill you, Judas Iscariot, hog dweller, you miserable, horse-eating son of a...
Damn, we're in a tight spot.
Folks, we are in some serious trouble. And I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but we need to talk about what's going on in the country. We need to talk about how that applies to your home in general and what you're doing with your finances. So, read an article that was published just 3 hours ago. Part of it was driven from a report that the Fed put out Tuesday of last week, but it addressed particularly credit card debt. And it says that credit card delinquencies surged more than 50% in 2023, as total consumer debt swelled to $17.5 trillion. That number is so big, I don't know that we fully understand just how bad that is. And this was a report that was put out by the New York Federal Reserve, again, like I said, on Tuesday. Debt has transitioned into serious delinquency, or 90 days or more past due, increased across multiple categories during the year, but none more so than credit cards. You can read this article yourself. I don't want to bore you with all the facts. I don't want to read the article to you verbatim, but just know this is very, very serious for a lot of people. And I know last year was a bad year for a lot of us. The economy was not in good shape. Some of that, like I've talked about in other videos, is because interest rates were what they were. It was just bad, especially in the real estate market, and especially for mortgage loan officers and people who really needed to sell their houses, or people who needed to buy houses found it very tough last year. A lot of people found themselves turning to credit card debt to make ends meet this past year. If you're one of those people, I do have some good news for you. So on average, most Americans have about 45% equity in their current homes. So if you're one of those homeowners out there who has had your house for a while and you find yourself struggling to pay the mortgage, to pay credit cards, and everything else that goes into living your life, then it may be time for a cash out refinance. And I know some of you are going to say right away, hey, wait, I don't want to refinance now with the rates the way they are. But you got to look at what's called the blended rate. You look at the interest rate that you're paying. Maybe it's 4 or 5%. The interest rates where they are now could be 6, 7%, something like that. And the interest that you're paying on the credit cards now, which could be 17% or higher. So when you take that 17% and blend it with your 4 or 5% interest rate, and the credit card debt, you may or may not know, is daily periodic interest. So interest is added to it every single day, and it grows and grows and grows. If you're paying just a minimum payment, if you owe $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, you may never get it paid off. So if you look at your credit card statement, look at what you're paying, and look at what it's going to cost you over time, you're going to put a lot more money into trying to pay off the credit card debt than you would if you refinance now, even at a slightly higher rate, to get those high rate credit cards paid off, get your finances back under control. And I'm here to help you with that. If you want to know more about it and how this works, my contact information is at the end of this video. I'd love to work with you. And folks, friends, that's the facts.